Hello, so welcomes back everyone, and Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic. Playing as Ciaphas Cain here, my Jedi Knight, and we are here once again doing an interlude part on the world of Ruhnuk. Where we last left off, we were doing the daily and heroic missions, exploring the various canyons of this world. But, as I mentioned, after we completed the story arc here on this planet, we were getting a signal on our holo communicator. Let's see who's trying to contact us, shall we?
Hey there. Always an honor when I can get some time from someone as busy as you. I'm glad we got in touch, 'cause I got a favor to ask. You know I'm always up for a social call, when there's time for it. With Hedda Cole on the run again, it's all hands on deck. That means I've got to go where Mandalore wants me. Otherwise, I'd handle this myself. My friend Lane is back on Ruhnuk. Mandalore's got her chasing down all the hidden chain riffraff that stayed behind. You and I both know that getting anything done on that dust ball is a challenge, and Lane doesn't have a lot of resources. But Lane would never ask for help, especially from someone like you. She's about as stubborn as Mandalore. Must run in their family. In fact, she'll probably kill me for asking you to back her up, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. So, what do you say? How do you feel about cleaning up some of Hedda's garbage? That's what I'm talking about. One more thing. Last time I was on Lane's bad side, she put adhesive spray in my jetpack's exhaust vanes. Took me weeks to get it out. What I'm saying is, it'd be great if you didn't tell Lane it was me who sent you. Anyway, I appreciate you hearing me out on this. See you around.
And yeah, Lane Vizsla. Heading back up to where the mission console is located.
Here we are. Ruhnuk, you got a problem?
After all the fuss, let's just say it's not what I was expecting.
Let's go see what this Lane Vizsla has in store. What she's doing to clean up the mess, the hidden chain forces here on this world.
Huh, look who it is. Shouldn't you be off with Shay, planning her next move against the traitor? Well, you might want to temper your expectations. Shay stuck me with cleanup duty. Thought you might be above that. You're pretty chummy with my cousin. She tell you what I'm doing? Distant cousin. Not that it matters. I don't want people thinking I do things in half measures, or get special treatment just because Mandalore and I share blood. Ras, you shabuir. Yeah, that's the short of it. The showdown between Shay and Hedda got pretty chaotic. When it was over, a lot of the hidden chain dogs ran off after their master. Shay and the Arbiter, mostly the Arbiter, withdrew all of our people from Ruhnuk too. Then, we got word that some of Hedda's soldiers stuck around. They're not big enough for an army, but there's enough that they could clear the way for Hedda to come back. My job is to keep that from happening. But I don't want to just round up some traitors and be done with it. We've been watching them. They're looking for something. I want to find out what it is. I'm not ruling it out. But if that's the case, I want to know for sure. Hell, maybe we can make use of whatever they're setting up. Don't know why the traitors picked this rock in the first place. Can't imagine there'd be much left that we haven't blown to bits. But that's what I want you to look into for me. I've got a couple of places I want you to sweep. Look for schematics, data readouts, anything that can tell me why they came here and why they've stayed. I've got to stay back. I'm working on something that I can't get away from. But something tells me that's not going to make much of a difference. Once you've got enough information to start putting the pieces together, let me know.
Okay, sounds straightforward enough. We did get a codex entry on this Lane Vizsla herself. Most people outside of Mandalore the Avengers Inner Circle assume that the lives of those closest to her are filled with many tales of valor and triumph. The opposite holds true for Shae Vizsla's youngest relative. Lane was a child when Shae led Clan Vizsla to Tracen Island on Rishi, settling away from the backhanded politics so prevalent during the Galactic Republic and Sith Empire's Cold War. On Clan Vizsla's isolated compound, Lane spent her formative years teaching herself to repair and enhance the various machines the Vizslas used for training. State-of-the-art droids, elemental force fields, combat gadgets, deadly weapons, and tools for training beasts. Clan Vizsla's time on Tracen Island give Lane a first-hand experience of her cousin's indifference towards war, a view that did not change as the Mandalorians later fought to survive the invasion of the Eternal Empire. Despite Lane's skepticism about Shae's ability to lead their people, she recognizes that her cousin is the rightful Mandalore. Anyone who claims otherwise threatens to tear apart the Mandoade. And I did see something. Yeah. We gained influence with something, which I suppose we weren't supposed to see just yet. So, we are searching for what the hidden chain might be up to. Why their forces are still here.
Comms still acting up? Typical.
Keep an eye on the scanner. There's always something going on.
Map. Doesn't say where. Just grab the intelligence from hidden chain forces. Very well. Let's go searching, shall we? Just keep taking the fight to the hidden chain here until they drop what we need. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Now we need to decrypt infrastructure data. Make use of this access card in the water treatment plant. Okay, so we're heading over to, yeah, the waterworks here. Oh, camera angle. Okay, so we're heading far to the south now. Getting back into the water treatment plant. We still have no sign of the Ruhnuk datachron. I always expected it to be on, say, like, the walls of the various canyons here. Right. So there are 4 terminals we need to access. just one more terminal to scan. Find out what a hidden chain are up to, or try to at the very least. Excellent. Now we need to locate the primary access and control terminal. Just back along this way. Oh, wait. Did I just... Am I about to get stabbed in the back? Or am I just going mad? I'm gonna have to watch that footage back. I thought I saw someone in the water there. My paranoid nature again. Oh shit, you respawned. Yeah, when I turned around from that terminal, I just thought I saw someone on the other side. Or like our side of the bridge in the water. I'm gonna watch that footage back.
Blasted machine! Hurry up and get those pressure valves working again, damn it! Kerr's waiting on us!
What's the rush, Arla? You've got us tearing up water stations and power conduits left and right. Now you want us to fix them?
Shut up! Someone's here! Step forward, whoever you are! Shay's pet. What are you doing back here? Get lost on your way home? Oya Elite! Let's bring Kerr a trophy he'll never forget.
Vor Clan Harangia.
Get away from me, Jedi! I don't want your stink to rub off. I won't die by the hand of Shay Vizsla's lapdog. You got brass. You think I'm going to tell you? Is that supposed to scare me?
It used to be that the Mandalorians would respect Jedi for being such renowned warriors, being so willing to face them in combat. They did mention this cur once again, of course. We saw that name come up during one of the heroics. Several data files are stored in this terminal, including fragmented records of a mining company's activities. Many of the records are corrupted, but some fragments can be accessed. We have all three options available to us. Mining productivity. Year 1 output, 500 shipments of calcite, 300 shipments of beryllium, 272% over expectation. Only 40 shipments of calcite, 12 shipments of beryllium on year 2. Year 3 output, data file not found. So suddenly they had a lot of materials going out the first year. Second year, not so much. About weather and climate. Year 1 was dry, arid. Consistent lack of precipitation negatively affected the workers. Year 2 had extreme dust storms, causing electrical anomalies consistently interfering. And year 3, data file not found once again. So maybe they blame the electrical storms for their lack of productivity. And last but not least, the infrastructure network. Operable water purification depots 2. Operable power stations 1. All other sites are currently offline. Oh. We could reset the other infrastructure sites, or shut them down so they can't be used by the hidden chain. And now we're heading back to the Mandalorian encampment. These quick travel nodes have been acting strange of late. We didn't want to come to Mandalore's encampment. But no matter.
That was quick. I guess strength in the Force and all that makes any job easy. You don't need to convince me or anything. The work got done. That's all that matters. I've always said that Shay's biggest strength is the people she surrounds herself with. You continue to prove me right. Let's see what you found out there. Looks like the Hidden Chain built their infrastructure on the back of an old mining operation. A really unlucky mining operation. Hedda had everything she could ever need already waiting for her. Water, power generators, digging equipment. But it looks like you took out the last of it. Would have been nice for us. But hey, at least we know the traders can't use it again. Find anything else interesting? Other than the prisoner I didn't ask you to bring back here? I know her. She'd die before talking to us. And now, I've got one more mouth to feed. At least now we know who drew the short straw when Hedda asked people to stay behind. Sounds like the stragglers are Clan Harangir. They're old money, with an even older name. Clan Harangir claims they're descended from Cad Harangir, an old Mandalorian god of destruction. Decades of that kind of notoriety, power, and credits have given them quite the inflated self-image. They consider it an insult if you don't recognize their prestigious history. They consider it a threat if you don't give them the respect they demand. Must be why they switched sides. Shay didn't kiss their boots like the other clan leaders did. Can't think of any other reason. Shay's never been one to coddle such fragile personalities. It was only a matter of time before some of the more entitled clans went the way of the Hidden Chain. But I still don't understand why Clan Harangir would agree to cleaning up Hedda's mess. They'd think an order like that was below them. No, they must be after something else. Something Hedda might not even know about. There's a particular area they've been circling for a while, full of beryllium deposits. Maybe that's where their prize is. You check there, and I'll keep looking through the data files you brought me, see if there's something I'm missing. By the time you come back, I'll have more of this figured out. Hopefully.
Okay. Now we're looking for mining data from the excavation site.
Clan Harangir are well-trained and well-equipped. Don't let your guard down.
Destination?
So, mining data can be potentially collected in quite a few places around here. Right, let's keep our eyes open. Can't see any obvious... Oh! It's the Hidden Chain forces themselves who may have the information we seek. is Clan Harangia doing here that they may be keeping away from even the hidden chain leadership? What did they find? These reports actually say anything? Or no? No. They don't say anything themselves.
Don't have time for pleasantries. I need you back out there, now. I poured over every bit of data you brought me. Every readout, every message, every schematic. It all comes back to one thing. You know what a Basulik is? A basilisk droid? Basilisk war droids are like nothing else. We can ride them, form bonds with them. They're like beasts, but better. They can carry mines, cannons, missile launchers, plasma generators. They're dangerously beautiful. All the data files you took from the Harangier traders paint a very clear picture. Whatever they're doing out there, it has something to do with basilisk droids. All that digging they've been doing could be the ore under Ruhnuk's surface is useful for building the droids. Could be something else. One of the schematics you brought me showed a clear path through their tunnel systems. I sent some people to scout the tunnels, thought maybe they could find something that would tell us for sure what the Harangiers have been up to. They never came back. Tried raising them on comms. I get nothing but silence back. I know this place isn't exactly easy to get around, not to mention all the wildlife that's riled up by us being here. But none of that should be a problem, for my people. They're Mandalorians. Someone got to them. You can handle that on your own, right? Even with all the data you brought me, there are still a lot of hiding places out there. I'll stay back and try to pinpoint where the traitors might be holed up. But you can start looking where I last heard from my soldiers. I'll send you the coordinates. And just... if you can't help them, make sure Clan Harangir pays.
Okay. And we did pick up a codex entry on these Basilisk war droids. What do we know of them? Basilisk war droids, as most basic speaking species know them, are perhaps the most recognizable symbol of the bloody years of Mandalorian crusades and expansions. These iron beasts were once the terror of the skies, filling the citizens of conquered worlds with dread as the Mandalorians descended on the backs of swarms of these war droids. Heavily armored in their construction, the Basilisk war droids could easily carry a Mandalorian warrior through a planet's atmosphere. The droids were also built to carry large, powerful weapons, and their extremities could be utilized in melee combat or to destroy physical obstacles. Although the war droids were designed as an ultimate weapon of destruction, the Mandalorians also came to see the semi-sentient droids as close companions. The Mandalorians' attachment to the Basilisk war droids made their defeat in the Mandalorian Wars that much more difficult, as their terms of their surrender at Malachor V included destroying the Basilisk war droids on the orders of the Jedi Knight Revan. A few war droids, however, did survive the purge, as some Mandalorians secretly defied Revan's command. I wondered why you didn't see many Basilisk war droids. I knew of them. I guess I had forgotten that Revan had basically instructed them all to be destroyed. We do still have a couple of lore entries on the war droids themselves, on the basilisks, which we'll look at a bit later. But now, where did Lane Vizsla send her forces? Not specified. Ah. Over at Outpost Delta. Very well. Tell you what, it's probably easier just to try and jump across over there. Let's see if quick travel actually works. Nope. No, it does not. Sounds about right. Ah, oh well. I wonder if it's just Ruhnuk where the quick travel is somewhat broken, or if it's happening on other worlds as well. They recently adjusted the quick travel system. And if it's happening on other worlds as well, they could have made it worse. Which would be unfortunate. I don't think I have started my Bounty Hunter series, and by the time we release this, by the time this video gets released, you'll have probably seen the start of that series. And I don't think I made use of quick travel so far. So I don't know if it is actually broken or not on other worlds. I'll have to give that a try. I suppose if nothing else, we still have the transport service droid network here.
Destination? Certainly seems like a good spot for ambush.
It's like I thought. Something happened to them. Look around. Maybe the traitors got sloppy when they attacked my people. Dropped something that leads back to their lair.
They knew you were going to send more people to investigate. You have a data pad here. There is a series of coordinates left. It'll take us back over to the excavation site.
Destination?
something around here. Oh, another amber. And in killing that commander, we were able to salvage or scavenge its helmet. And we picked up some data containing communications regarding experiments in a hidden warehouse.
The traitors are everywhere. See anything useful?
A hidden warehouse. We have a cargo container. Reinforced containment cells, riot sniper rifles, welding torches, 2 redacted items. So this rock hauler was coming to and from Outpost Delta. And it was moving to a redacted warehouse. Of course, we have another rock hauler here as well.
That warehouse they mentioned. There's one on these schematics that fits the description. Gets a lot of foot traffic. I'd put good credits down on that being their base of operations.
There may be a warehouse here. We did go down this way earlier. Can I fall down here without breaking my legs? Yes. So, we need... Yeah, this is the freight center once again. We can install these data spikes to see what they're up to. Yeah, Lane wants to monitor irregularities in their power usage to locate this warehouse. I wonder where it might be. Ow! Didn't actually realize how low my health was getting. Oh, here's another, I suppose, small power generator. Right, we're looking for one more power generator, which is probably here. Yep.
Got it. I think I know where they took them.
Okay, we've triangulated where the power's being used the most. As we thought, it's along this way. Huh. Secret tunnel system here.
This is it. All right. I'll keep my mouth shut while you get in there. Say something if things go belly up.
Yeah, if things go poorly, you'll hear me scream in pain, and then a sudden silence. But really, what's the chances of that happening?
What are you doing, wretch? Step away from those soldiers. Get out. You're interfering with my work. You aren't leaving at all. Look at what your interference has cost me. My droids are in desperate need of repair, and because of you, I had to abandon some prime machinery. Now I have to look elsewhere, and finding such irreplaceable specimens will be difficult. I hope you don't.
That coward can't get away with this. The sick Demogorka's got his hands on basilisk war droids. A Mandalorian should know how valuable it is to have something like that. But that's not good enough for Kur Harengir. He's found others and brought them here, where no one else can see what he's doing. Even his precious field marshal. He's stripping parts, metal, whatever he can from the weaker droids. He experiments on them. And their suffering means nothing, as long as he can make the others more powerful. We tried to get to the ones in that other room, but something's wrong with the door. Wasn't enough power to get it open. We need to get back to Lane. She should know what's going on. Oh, Sakir! What is that?
Oh, shit. It's like an isotope war droid. So, Clan Harangi, or at least this Kur. Has been experimenting on the weaker Basilisk war droids. They have found, Clan Harangi that is, to make stronger versions of other war droids. We weren't able to get that door open, but maybe, just maybe, Lane Vizsla might have an idea.
Here we are. Ruhnuk, you got a problem?
After all the fuss, let's just say it's not what I was expecting.
You made it back. Along with everyone else. Heard something interesting from one of my people. There were basilisk droids in that warehouse. You let them die.
Funnily enough, we didn't actually have any way to get to them.
There's always a way, if you want it badly enough. If my soldiers would have died, it would have been an honorable death. They would have been celebrated. They know this. There are already so few of those droids left. To know that we could have saved some of them... Forget about it. Out of all of Hedda's bootlickers, I can't believe Kur Harengir is the one you ran into. Yeah, that's him. He's the sorry Hutun that calls himself Clan Harengir's leader. He does whatever he wants, no matter how dishonorable. And his name and his money pay for everyone to ignore it. No one's stopping whatever twisted things he's doing to those basilisk droids. No one cares that he's putting an end to something so irreplaceable. No more. Got some sensors I've been tinkering with. The range on them is far enough for what we need. You get these set up, and if anything leaves this planet carrying so much as a whiff of Kur's stench, we'll know where. Whatever else happens here. I'm putting Kur Harengir in the ground.
I wonder then if there was a choice to save the war droids instead of rescuing the soldiers. I didn't see an option, but I admit I wasn't really looking at the time. Normally you would get like a choice, and normally it would be a line to light side.
A lot of tunnels to hide
side.
in. It's going to take a while to dig them out.
But, yeah. This was some sort of hidden quest.
Clan of Rain Gear must be after something special. No other reason to stick around here.
Be just a second, everyone. Sorry about that, folks. Yesterday, okay, this is a boring story, but the ramble a bit while we're setting up these sensor beacons. We need to put one in each of these different spots. Yesterday was my last day of work before we broke up for the festive season. I mean, by the time we release this video, the festive season will be getting close to the end, if not already over. But one of the engineers who works alongside us was asking if I drank socially, and if so, what I would like to drink, because he was going to supply us with some spirits. I admit I don't really drink a great deal. I'll drink sometimes out with family or with friends, but and at the same time I haven't really explored what drinks I particularly enjoy. Still expanding my palate, I suppose, is what I should say. It was nice of him to offer at the very least. So now we're heading down to the waterworks to plant this other sensor. Speaking of drink, have some juice. Yeah, actually, you could have bought me a 2-litre bottle of, like, Robinson's apple and blackcurrant. I would have enjoyed that. Quite like my, my fruit cordials. Keeps my throat wet.
Destination?
Yeah, if there is a hidden quest to save those war droids, I'll try to remember for when we come back with our bounty hunter. I'll try and remember. I mean, I probably will forget, but, you know, give it a shot. I have a feeling that it's not actually possible, but we'll see. Unless there were... it might have been options through the conversation with Kerr. Talking about not rescuing the soldiers. And instead using the power to open that gate. Something like that. And it may also depend on your character's alignment. On very rare instances, I have seen where the conversation automatically decides or sees what your alignment is before it goes into the conversation, into the dialogue, to determine the root of the conversation, rather than letting you make the choice that's already predetermined that you are going to choose the light-sided option, or the dark-side one. So should head down to the other checkpoint here.
Ready for departure. Enjoy your stay.
And we're landing it somewhere down here. Ah, there you go. Whoa, where the hell are you going? Before we answer our holo communicator, let's get ourselves back here.
We've been watching the sky since Kerr Harangier was stupid enough to show his face. To you, of all people. Nothing belonging to the traders has left the planet's surface. No cargo ships, no personal shuttles, nothing. He knows we're after him, but he's too arrogant to even make a run for it. He's still here. And that's the last mistake he'll ever make. We do things same as last time. I'll guide you and you hunt him down. Don't lecture me on things you don't understand. I need... Oh, sick. How do I say this? I can't face Kerr. Not because I'm afraid or reluctant. I am angry. I am vengeful. I have blazing hot rage boiling under my skin. Years ago, Kerr Harangier challenged my brother to a duel, or some perceived slight against his famous name. Kerr used nothing but underhanded tricks, like he does with everything else. There was no honor in the way he fought. He killed my brother, and no one called out Kerr's deception. Typical for a Harangier. When I think of Kerr's self-righteous smirking, while my brother lay dead, robbed of his good name, I can't see straight. My hate for Kerr is like thick, black smoke. I can't fight him if I can't see through it. Is that supposed to be an insult? A cautionary tale? Shay and I have both been wronged. We both deserve payback. And whether or not you agree with my intentions, we still have a job to do. I've some ideas where that snake might be hiding. Just need you to go and see which of my hunches is right. There can't be much left for Kerr to hide behind now. You've put down most of his lackeys. And you've destroyed most of what could have made his stay comfortable. Hope Kerr has enjoyed his little visit to Ruhnuk. It's about to become indefinite.
Okay. So we need to track him down by scanning different locations. See where he's been recently. I had a look at this Create a Mysterious Tech. I think if we hadn't have already picked up both lore entries for the end of the Basilisk, it may have offered us one of them. But there are only 2 parts to the end of the Basilisk lore entries. I had a quick look before we started this recording. So we have the moisture regulator to scan over here. An energy cell here. And I'm guessing the hydraulic pump is back over... No, it's not in the water treatment plant. Interesting. Oh well.
Ready for departure. Enjoy your stay.
Let's go hit the ventilation shaft first, then we'll backtrack to the repurposed mining base. Yeah, because this is where we got one of the end of the Basilisk lore entries. Oh, crap! Jesus, you give me a heart attack. God damn it.
Blast! This isn't it. Guess finding him in the first place we looked was too much to hope for?
Picking up more of these powerful pheromones. Don't know what they're used for, but we've certainly picked up a few of them. Probably. Wonder if they used to lure out a beast or two. Maybe that beast that's being shy back in the maintenance tunnels. Oh. Oh, I was gonna say, how do I get in here?
Nothing here either. Wait, what's that?
What's what? Where is the hydraulic pump located? Ah, okay, one of the other tunnel networks. Okay. Actually surprised I haven't seen anyone else on Ruhnuk recently. I mean, I've been here for a few days, on and off. Here's the final item we need to scan.
Finally! I think we're on the right track now.
So there is a laboratory. Fairly close to the communication tower. These may be more droid or war droid components. Yeah, they certainly look it.
Not sure what's going... Getting a lot... All the static.
Right. Hidden warehouses, hidden laboratories. Oh!
Well, look who it is. What a surprise.
For all I've heard about you, you're not very bright.
Giving me this kind of head start was foolish. With all that time, I was able to make a lot of explosives. Pretty impressive, considering what little material I had at my disposal. Look around. I left no surface untouched. And if you don't leave, boom. I could say the same. It would certainly make my escape much easier. Oh, I don't think you should do that.
Great. Looks like he was ripping apart some war droids. I don't think that's assembling them.
You're making a huge mistake! I am Harangia! You are nothing! You call that a weapon? How dare you! Itur Jatnitur! Ashatir Amor!
Hurry! Hurry! Time's running out. I don't plan on dying in here, but you're more than welcome to stick around.
Shit. We already have the sensors up. He can't leave this planet without us knowing.
There you are. Are you alright? You went dark on me, so I assumed the worst. When I couldn't reach you, I started feeling guilty for throwing you in the path of my problems, so I headed out to back you up. I know you didn't need it, but with Kerr involved, who knows what stupid trick he would have pulled. Shay would have my head if something happened to you on my watch. But you're still in one piece. So are those basilisk droids I saw on the way in. I know you couldn't save the others. But even with these Basilisk, it's a miracle. Can't think of any other word to describe this. Don't be. We'll get him. One day. For now, the fact that he's probably kicking himself for leaving these droids behind is good enough. What the? Look at it! Never seen one so small. What the hell kind of experiments was Kurt doing? You know, one this size might be something you could handle.
Ooh. What are you trying to say?
No promises. Not yet. Don't want to get your hopes up. Need to see if anything can be done first. Let me get this little one back to camp and see what I can do. We'll meet you there.
But you don't think I can handle a full-sized Basilisk war droid? Okay, back to camp we go. Oh, no, our quest is gone. Huh. Is there really nothing else they're offering us just yet? Right. From what I understand with 7.4, the latest patch...
Here we are. Ruhnuk, you got a problem?
After all the fuss, let's just say it's not what I was expecting.
Right. With 7.4, I believe they've continued the storyline, but I'll be honest, with Vadron, this is where we ended. We, well, didn't deal with Kerr. Kerr escaped even with Vadron, my agent. But we rescued the Basilisk war droids, and so ended the storyline. There wasn't any more optional quests to do here on Ruhnuk, and the main storyline had ended here as well. But I imagine I was thinking that with 7.4, once we rescue the war droids there, we could continue with our time here on this world. But it seems we must have to progress with some of the main storyline first. Which is fine. This means we'll have to come back to Ruhnuk at some point in the future. But for now, before we take a break, let's have a look at those lore entries, shall we? Somewhere. Ah. The End of Basilisk, Part 1. This is a historical account of the Great Sith War. Basilisk was once a lush, humid world located not far from Coruscant. Its inhabitants, the Basiliskans, were an intelligent, lizard-like species who were known throughout the Republic for expertly crafting fearsome droids that were nothing short of weapons of war. At the dawn of the Great Shadow Crusade, the moniker by which the Mandalorians know the time of the Great Sith War, the Mandalorians turned their bloodthirsty gaze to Basilisk. The ruthless warriors ravaged the planet without mercy, seeking to enslave the Basiliskan people and their war droids. The Basiliskans, however, proved to be formidable foes. Some even earned the respect of their Mandalorian invaders through their determination and willingness to fight. But the resistance was not enough. Even with Republic and Jedi reinforcements, ultimately, the Basiliskans were no match against the relentless onslaught dispatched by the Mandalorian Crusaders. Facing complete domination, and with few desperate options left, the Basiliskans resorted to chemically scorching the entire surface of their homeworld, rendering Basilisk an uninhabitable wasteland. This calamity forced Mandalore the Indomitable to order a retreat, briefly withdrawing his warriors from Basilisk. With the Mandalorian forces' attention momentarily diverted off-world, they had no way of knowing that, in the final act of defiance, the Basiliskans launched several beacons carrying the secrets of building their war droids. Schematics, diagrams, even elements that could only be found on Basilisk. When the Mandalorians returned, the remaining Basiliskans faced their full wrath and were swiftly defeated. Without the full knowledge of building new Basilisk war droids, the Mandalorians took the ones that remained for their own. Those Basiliskans that survived the Battle of Basilisk were then enslaved to be used as the new Mandalorian war mounts. Indeed. So, our time on Ruhnuk has come to an end. When we come back, we will be looking into what the Hidden Chain are up to next. And we'll be going into new content, new story content that not even I am familiar with. So, exciting times. Thank you all for joining me here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish. And hopefully I'll see you for even more next time. Until then, no, take care. Bye bye now.